on, everybody? Christian Ballard, Ballard Sports Media, coming at you with a quick video today talking the Alabama Crimson Tide. And when we talk the Alabama Crimson Tide, obviously that loss to Michigan, ending the year with 4 losses in total. It's been just downhill ever since Kalen DeBoer stepped in. It's just year one. We'll do team previews for teams like Alabama very soon, but we do want to look at, with the portal being open, what does it look like for Alabama? Who's coming in? Who's going where? Who's expected to leave? Who is already leaving? And it would not surprise me here on January 6th, 2025, if we get more guys enter this morning. So go ahead and pull this up and we'll full screen it. Justice Haynes, obviously a big loss for the Crimson Tide. Going to Michigan, he's expected to commit there. In fact, I think he did already commit there. So that's really a big loss. I know that it's crazy to think about considering all the recruiting that's gone on with Alabama and just the overall roster and talent, especially at positions like running back. Justice Haynes, believe it or not, only got 79 carries on the year. Now, he did have 448 yards and 7 touchdowns, which is really, really good. And he was tied with Jam Miller for rushing touchdowns in second behind Jalen Milrow, of course, with 20. But this is a huge loss, I still believe. Almost a 5-star recruit. I know it lists him as a 4-star. He almost went to teams like Georgia or whoever. I think Michigan could be a good fit for him. I'm a little bit surprised. I'm not sure exactly where I expected him to end up. I know he could have gone places like Ohio State or Georgia or Texas or something. He ends up choosing Michigan to go to Sharon Moore. This portal update, by the way, the portal had closed on December 28th, but just to kind of give y'all an update, it did just open back up too this week. So Justice Haynes was one of those guys that entered on Christmas Day. He entered before it closed the first time around. We also lose guys like Hunter Osborne, who never really saw the field. Defensive lineman, projected to go to Virginia. Emmanuel Henderson saw a little bit of action. He's expected to go to Kansas. Guys come in for Alabama. But the guys that we're looking at today that have entered recently, just yesterday, Justin Okor, hold on. Okorn Ronk Justin O. We'll call him Justin O. I don't even know how you say that last name, but he he had entered yesterday. No predictions on where he's going to end up going to next, but I am curious because I think that maybe your second best interest in schooling as a recruit maybe is not usually where you end up, but I'm sure there's got to be a little bit of interest. So when I look at it, he did attend camps back in 2022 with Miami, Maryland. Well, he committed to Maryland. He went to a camp for Nebraska. He went to Alabama's camp. He took a bunch of visits to Alabama, to Georgia for camp, and Nebraska, but Maryland really stuck out. Could he go to Mike Locksley in Maryland? I think that's a big question. He was originally committed to Maryland back in 2023, took some visits, decommitted on July 8th, 2023, and then the next day he committed to Alabama and signed last year in the 2023-24 signing class. So it'd be interesting to see where he ends up going. I wish all these guys the best of luck, of course. Sterling Dixon, Ty Lockwood, I could go down the list. Sterling Dixon is an interesting name. I figured he'd stick around because he seemed 1,000% committed to the Tide when he got recruited. He's a linebacker. He's originally from Mobile, Alabama. He did take a offer from Miami back in 2023. He signed December of 23 with Alabama. He enrolled in January of last year, just a year ago. He did take visits to teams like Auburn, which is very interesting. Could he end up there? I think it'd be a good pickup for the Tigers. He got offers from Penn State. He took visits to LSU. He got offers from Vandy and Minnesota. There's a lot of different offers. LSU, A&M. I could go down the list with him, but he is a guy that I want to keep an eye on for Alabama. Is can Sterling Dixon go where he's going to fit the mold of a great linebacker? Would it be Auburn? Would it be Minnesota, who he got offers from, and Texas A&M? There's a lot of good schools that offered him out there. And again, a lot of these guys like Ty Lockwood or Elijah Pritchett, which I think is the biggest one that kind of hurts the most because he got some good playing time as an offensive lineman, Elijah Pritchett. There's no crystal ball at this time, but he was hardcore committed with Alabama, and now he's hitting the portal. It's going to be interesting to see where all these guys end up. Could any of them come back? Absolutely, they have that choice. I don't know if any of these guys come back. It's interesting to see Penn State transfer King Mack also enter the portal the other day. Jeremiah Alexander, one of our top linebackers, enter the portal. Jay Sean Ross, freshman or sophomore, first or second year player, edge, entered the portal. So I think there's a lot of losses for Alabama. And I know there's Alabama fans out there that are going to say, be gone. And if you don't want to stay committed, then just go somewhere else. And we don't need them and stuff like that. I think there's a lot of players like a Kendrick Law, like a Miles McVay, like whoever out there that have already transferred and are crystal ball to go somewhere and commit. For example, Kendrick Law is expected to go to Kentucky. Miles McVay to North Carolina. There's Alabama fans out there that say we don't need these players. I disagree. I think these guys need some time. I think that this whole idea when someone transfers from your team and gives up on them to further their education or further their football career or take an opportunity somewhere else to better themselves. And there's people out there online that say, well, they just, we don't need them anyway. We don't want them. We don't have anything for them. I'm like, they're college. They're college athletes. They're college kids. They're young adults. Support them. Let them make their own path. Let them make their own decisions. And this whole idea that, oh, we just don't need them. You did not say that when we signed them. You said on signing day that we needed these players. Then they leave. Oh, we just don't need them. Whatever. Whatever. That's the portal update. A lot of great guys coming to Alabama. Cameron Calhoun is from Utah, a corner. Isaiah Horton is going to be a receiver from Miami. Kelby Collins comes in as a defensive lineman from Florida. There's a lot of guys coming in for Alabama. Nakai Hill Green comes from Colorado. He's entered and enrolled and everything like that. I know Danny Lewis withdrew his name on December 16th. He was going to transfer from Alabama. So there's a lot of guys out there that we'll miss. There's a lot of guys that didn't really get much of a chance that are leaving, and that happens every single year. But overall, you wish them the best of luck. And obviously, you hate to see them go, but at the same time, you can't blame them for making their decisions on their future and success. So, I love you guys. Jesus loves you. Thanks so much for always sticking around here at Ballard Sports Media. Stay tuned for more college football content and big stuff ahead. I know we got March Madness on the way. Maybe we'll do some basketball. So, a lot of great things I want to do on the channel. And yeah, that's going to do it for this one. Y'all have a good day. I'll be in Atlanta for Passion Conference, and we'll take a couple days off. I love y'all. God bless. From a Bama fan, roll tide, and we'll see you next time. And again, good luck to all these transfers.